Invitation. Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles for a musical battle, to see who can sing the highest note or the lowest or the most expressive of mirth or the most tender? Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake and not for mine, and not for the sake of winning, but for sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. It could mean something. It could mean everything. It could be what Rilke meant when he wrote, "You must change your life." The first magic trick I ever saw had nothing to do with David Copperfield. It came from an old Kodak Brownie camera given to me by my parents when I was a kid. The kind where you had to replace the flash bulb after every picture. There was no span of time longer from when you finished the roll of film to when you got the prints back from the drugstore. That you could go and pick up this record of history that you created and could keep still blows my mind. During my high school years, I was the one who always had a camera along, and I often reflect back differently now on those photos than I did back then. They aren't just pictures, but rather memorials to jokes and smells and worries. I don't only see my friend Andrea making a goofy face in high school, I also see and feel the math test I bombed earlier that week. Yes, it's a picture of me and my best friends at Great America in 1995, but it's also all of those road trip stories and inside jokes that the photo brings back up. The printed, crumpled MapQuest directions we had to follow in those pre-GPS days. Those sunburned necks we all had before we learned that sunscreen would have been a good thing to pack along with our granola bars and spending money. The fact that it was one of the last outings before college and life took us each in different directions. I get that same feeling during the holiday season. You might have a recipe or ornament or fancy platter that means more to you than the object itself. It's my mom making grandma's dinner rolls in keeping with tradition, or finding that ornament of a rabbit holding a candy cane from my youth that brings back such good memories. How many hands touched these objects to build their story? And what did those people notice? We have so many things vying for our attention that it's no wonder we can feel we're missing these invitations to live in the moment. Mary Oliver's poem calls me to slow down and observe. My life, maybe like yours, has been made up of perhaps 30 big moments and at least 100,000 little ones. The pandemic did and still does give me the opportunity to notice these moments with video chatting. I promise, coworker or fellow committee member, I like seeing your smiling face and I'm listening to what you're saying at least 70% of the time. But I'm also peeking at your kitchen table in the background, that pile of laundry on the floor, the child art affixed to your refrigerator. That's a glimpse of who you are and what makes you uniquely you, how you fill your space and what that might mean to you. In Invitation, Mary Oliver stresses the importance of the goldfinches that have gathered. It doesn't matter which ones, and it entirely matters that it's these specific ones and their musical battle. It's such a great visual to have this event taking place that is both critical and entirely commonplace. She just doesn't want you to miss it. Believe us, they say, it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. I forget over and over that the world has always and likely will always be fundamentally broken. I can't fix it any more than you can. but I can notice those cracks and see what they might reveal. Amongst this broken world of ours, we can still accept Mary's invitation of those goldfinches.